Please read the disclaimer. Oh my, that intro was unbelievably nostalgic. Hello and welcome. I'm Bio, and today we're looking at a game I consider to be a classic in my eyes, Def Jam Fight for NY. So, unfortunately, I, I've said this before with certain games. I don't, well, not certain games. I said this before, just generally with my videos. I don't care if my video gets a copyright claim made on it. I don't care. What I care about is the video getting blocked, and that can happen. That can happen. There's my WWE video on Here Comes the Pain was blocked. It was ended up being blocked only in 5 countries, and those 5 countries being kind of just really random countries. They're not countries that oh well, you can't see my video basically. So I just left it. But to kind of alleviate and try and stop the chances of that happening, I like to mute the music. Obviously, it does kind of hamper the experience a little bit because you can't listen to the music, but what can you do? Like I said, I don't mind about the video being claimed, but I do mind about the video being blocked because then I have to either I re-record the entire video, remove the audio, but then that can be a YouTube's like removing audio feature. It has in its editor is not exactly great. It can work, but it's not exactly great. So you could have a completely muted video, pretty much. Or I just skip it. So I'd rather just mute the music. It's just easier. I thought you'd just in case you wanted to know why I tend to mute the music in these videos. So, Def Jam Fight for NY. The Def Jam series was really, really, really good back when I remember it on the PlayStation 2. I had Def Jam Vendetta, and I really liked that game. And then, I liked it. I wouldn't say it was a classic to me, but I liked the game. And then Fight, and then and then Fight for New York came out, and oh my God, that was so much better than Vendetta. It just upscaled everything times 100. So, and it's just ugh. The music, the playable characters, just everything. You had Snoop Dogg, you got I think Danny Trejo. You saw in the opening he was a playable. You had Carmen Electra. He had a lot of Busta Rhymes. You had a lot of artists that I was familiar with. Now, most of these artists I was familiar with mainly down to like games like Tony Hawk's, where you had obviously hip hop in there, and I got the music from there and a little bit of rap. But it was really you know it was a really really good experience. It all came together really nicely, and it helped that you could kind of create your own. The game has a story, and you can create your own character and kind of play through and try and get your character. Like it says right there in the single player, fight for money, power, and respect. Unlock new fighters and venues. Basically, it's a story mode where you create your own character and you kind of rise to the top. So at the top, you have Snoop Dogg as well as I can't remember the other character, but basically there's like 2 factions. One's run by Snoop Dogg, and then one's run by another character, which I can't remember the name of. You kind of like pick which one you kind of want to fight for, and yeah, you just fight them basically. You just go to battles, get money, unlock new costumes and gear for your character. Yeah, it was a really good campaign, a really good story mode. And then obviously the actual battling itself was really really good. So there's unlock rewards. So I put a save file in here to unlock all playable characters. So we can just have a little play around with the battle mode. Don't know why these are locked. Why are these locked? Don't know. Bit weird. Maybe I need to load the save file. Let me try. Copy user ID. Okay. Don't know. Maybe I've put a save file in here, and it looked like it loaded the save file, but it may just come up and say, actually no. It's possible. So we just have the standard rules. There you go. Load the save file. Yep. Okay. All right. There we go. Bit weird of how it loads, but okay. But yeah, so this game was developed by a developer called Aki Corp, and it was obviously published by EA Games, released in September 2004. And no, it's wow. Okay, so the save file lied to me. So the only thing I can think of is the save file has lied to me. That's the only thing I can honestly think of. The fact that all of these characters are locked means that the save file either was not read correctly, or the save file on Game FAQs just straight out lied about all characters being unlocked. Because he has his own character. There he is. That's the dude's character. Oh, what? I guess whatever. I guess. So we'll just play with what we have, right? I'm not going to try and get a save file again. I've done it once, and if it's decided to be a knob about it, it's decided to be a knob about it. So there you go. You got like Method Man as Blaze, Red Man as Doc, Buster Rhymes as Magic, and then you got some other characters. These are like rappers, I think, or hip hop artists. Santos. I'm not even going to try and was it NNNE? I don't know. Mecha, Baxter, Havoc, David Banner, and Henry Rollins. Well, I'm going to play as Buster Rhymes, and we're going to go up against Redman. We'll have a fight, and we'll do it in a Foundation. It's going to be interesting playing this because it's been a long old while since I've played this, so I'm probably not going to be particularly good. But I liked the fighting in this game. The fighting was really, really good. You could kind of pull off really kind of brutal moves, like throw people into speakers, and it was just a really good fighting game. Interestingly enough, this same developer, Aki Corp, went on to do. They're a Japanese developer, believe it or not. Yeah, they're a Japanese developer. And they developed a Kinkakuman game. Obviously, I'm trying to figure out the controls. He's kind of just doing what he wants. Yeah, I'm still playing around with the controls, trying to figure out what does what. Deary me. He's beating the shit out of me, as you can see. But it's a little bit weird. Like, again, it's too familiar with other games' controls. It's been a long time since I played this game, so... There you go. He can now activate his special, which will grab me. There you go. Now he's going to do his special move where he just punches me in the balls a bunch of times. And kicks me in the balls again. That's not very nice, is it? Bit brutal. But as you can see, he's gonna beat me because I'm obviously not got a very good flow with my controls. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it's a little bit. I'm trying. No chance of me getting my special. All right. Doesn't seem like a wise idea to. Yeah, because the game basically is more wrestling kind of style. But well, the thing is, Vendetta was more focused on the wrestling side of things, whereas this game is more street fighting kind of style. As you can see, I'm not doing very good. I'm not going to win this battle. You can't blame me though. This game basically has a combo system that you got to kind of string together a good amount of combos. If you don't know what those combos are, or you just, like me, haven't played the game for years and trying to play it. And there we go, it's KO'd me.
Yo, tie down, look at this kid. I beat blood out that fool.
I think I did okay. I think I did okay. But, again, like I said, I haven't played the game in a long time, so... And it does rely on you doing, like, combos and stuff, and I'm trying to do them, or I'm trying to do what I think is combos, but obviously it's not working, so... It is what it is. But yeah, this game was a lot of fun back in the day. I had a lot of fun with it. So it clearly states that the story is 100% completed. Like, he has a lot of cash. Just I'm gonna go back a minute. Has he just not gone and unlocked characters? Is that what he's just... Like, he has 0 points. His save file, this dude's save file makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Like, when I played through and finished the game, because it clearly states that this dude has unlocked not unlocked everything. This clearly states on the save file when I put the user ID in, 100% complete on the story. Saying that though, he says that his story mode took him 1 hour and 45 minutes to do, which is kind of a little bit sus. But it says that he has 25,900 and look 295,000 points he's got apparently. But when I go to try and unlock a character, it says he's got nothing. I don't know. I don't know how save files work in this game. It seems a bit strange. But we'll have a go at another fight. It's quite interesting because you got like I don't know, I'll play as this dude. We'll go up against this dude. Like, what arena you choose, like in Foundation, you saw if you went too close to the audience, they'd either push you back into the arena or right at the end there, they'll grab you. But each of these arenas has like different like hazards and stuff. So if I pick the pit, there's different hazards in the pit that you can interact with, and you can do kind of like moves and stuff. But again, it requires you to kind of, like with any game, I guess, it requires you to kind of get used to the game and get used to the control scheme because it's very different. It's not a very pick up and play kind of game, I don't think. Or, or maybe I'm just objectively bad.
You can't stop me, son.
There's a lot of bloom in there. Doesn't really work too well.
That was criminal. That was massive.
There you go, that was a combo. Don't know why that didn't hit.
There you go. Bring it on now.
We're blazing now, boys.
Turn on the special. One step ahead. Yo.
So I could activate my special there, because it requires you to kind of like get him near a certain hazard. I'm doing much better with this character.
What do we just see there?
And now we've gone into the special mode again.
Wasting no time here. You can't catch.
Try taunt and get wrecked.
You waited too long on that one.
Oh, he got me with that.
Nice. Now you getting it.
Oh, he's getting me.
I know y'all like that.
I'm just too familiar with a different control scheme than this.
Time to take out the trash.
Like, I keep pressing circle to grab when it's not the grab button, but then again, that's what normally is the grab button in, like, wrestling games and shit. I keep doing it, I can't help it! Circle is run, which makes no sense to me. I keep pressing triangle to run. I do, yeah. I don't know why, but triangle feels like it should be the...
Time to take you out. That's it. Now you're calling the shots. All right. The real fight's on.
You got... Yeah, look. That's the kind of move I've got to do on Baxter to knock him out. The problem is, I don't quite know how to... Can we please? I'm going to probably lose this battle just because, like, I don't understand the control scheme. He's going to beat me. Yep. Triangle should be run. X should be punch. Square should be punch. Circle should be grab. And because my mindset is that mindset, I press X to go and punch him and he grabs him, and I press triangle to try and run, because that's what it is in my head. In my head, that is the correct control scheme. That is the control scheme it should be. But it obviously isn't that control scheme, so I keep fucking pressing the wrong fucking buttons. Yeah, it's kind of annoying, but that's more of an issue. That's more of a my issue. That's not the game's issue. The game is as a specific control scheme. I'm just too used to a certain familiar terms. See, look, I earned more money from that than he did, because I more points than he did. So, but yeah, all because I don't really understand how to play the game effectively or properly. I'm not going to do particularly well in the game. But that's, at the end of the day, these videos I do are mainly just me like having a go at a game I hadn't had a go at in a long time. It isn't me going, does this game still stand? Does this game still stand as a classic? That's not really the question I ask, because if I did that, I'd have to do a fucking whole in-depth analysis of the fucking game. Like I'm gonna fucking do that. I ain't got the time to do that, and I ain't got the patience to do that, or even probably the skill to do that. So it's more of just me playing the game for the first time for years, getting a little bit of nostalgia and kind of reminiscing about why I liked this game, or try to remember what I liked about it. Sometimes you can't remember what you liked about it, like I did with Chaos Legion. I couldn't remember. I was like, in my head, I was like, it's a classic, and then when I played it, I was like, why did I think this was a classic again? I just couldn't remember. But something put it in my head to be a classic at some point. So, but I know the reason why I consider this to be a classic quite easily. The reasons I stated previously. It's a really good game. It kind of sucks that it kind of died after this game because it did Def Jam Icon, but it was a terrible game. Icon. It wasn't developed by Aki Corp, by the way. Icon. It was developed by someone else, probably an in-house EA team, more than likely. But yeah, it just didn't have the same level of quality, I guess you could say. But like Aki Corp has done, but with Aki Corp, they've done some other games. So in 2004, okay, so they've been developing Kinkakuman games for a while. So they mainly do wrestling. So the very first game they did was Virtual Pro Wrestling on the PlayStation 1. They then did some other WCW versus the World, Virtual Pro Wrestling 64, WWF WrestleMania 2000 on the N64, WWF No Mercy. I have that game on the N64. I didn't play much of it because I mainly played SmackDown and that on the PS1, but or SmackDown 2, I think it was specifically. They did a role-playing game called Animastar on this, which was released exclusively on the Sega Dreamcast. That's interesting. Well, looks like it's based around raising animals. Okay, it's interesting. But after they did, oh yeah, so in 2004 they released obviously Def Jam Fight for NY, but at the same time they also released Galactic Wrestling featuring Ultimate Muscle on the PlayStation 2, and then in 2006 they released Kinkakuman Muscle Generations and Kinkakuman Kinnikuman. I am pronouncing it wrong probably. Uh, Grand Prix Max on the PS2. They did the Takeover, which is the PSP port of this game, of Def Jam at Fight for NY. They did Touch Panic on the DS. In 2007, they did SimCity DS. In 2008, they did Kinkakuman Grand Prix Max 2 Tokumori. And then after that, they kind of went dark for a long time before they decided to do a new game on PC called Demonica Everlasting Night, which I had a quick look at, and it seems to be like it's got mixed reviews, and people seem to complain about the clunky controls more than anything. And it seems to be a Metroidvania cross with Castlevania style game. But the people said people in pretty much all of the reviews they go, everything about this game is great except for the controls. If the controls are fixed, then the game would be fantastic. But like, obviously they must have not ever fixed the controls. That's too bad. But anyway, I just thought I'd have a little talk about Aki Corp, the kind of a small developer that didn't really release too many games realistically. Maybe I'll have a look at the Kinkakuman games at some point. Maybe. Again, it's a series I'm not that really familiar with. I didn't really watch it. I watched maybe one or two episodes when I was a kid, and that was about it. So, anyway, we'll call it there. I've been Bayer. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.